we studied about the vapor pressure lowering for a solution containing non-volatile non-electrolyte solute. I would like to review these points once again. See, what is vapor pressure? It is the pressure applied by vapors of solution. It is the pressure applied by vapors of liquid on the surface of liquid at equilibrium. Vapor pressure it is the pressure applied by liquid by vapors of liquid on the surface of liquid at equilibrium. So see carefully, the pressure applied by vapors of liquid on the surface of liquid at equilibrium is called as vapor pressure. We know that when a non-volatile means solid, non-electrolyte means which does not give ion, when such a solute is added in solvent, solution is formed and the vapor pressure of solution is always less than the vapor pressure of pure solvent. P10 is the vapor pressure of pure solvent and P is vapor pressure of solvent in solution. What I told, P10 is higher as compared to P. Therefore, the difference between them, that is delta P, is equal to P10 minus P. What is delta P? Delta P is vapor pressure lowering. Delta P is equal to vapor pressure lowering. So, delta P is defined as, or vapor pressure lowering is defined as the difference between vapor pressure of pure solvent to the vapor pressure of solvent in solution or vapor pressure of simply solution. Is it clear? Thereafter, we study the Raoult's law for a solution containing non-electrolyte or non-volatile solute. So, according to Raoult's law, the partial vapor pressure of any component is given by vapor pressure of that pure component multiplied by its mole fraction. This is a Raoult's law. Thereafter, we studied the relative lowering of vapor pressure. We know that x1 plus x2 means mole fraction of solute plus mole fraction of solvent is equal to 1. Therefore, x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. So by putting the value of x1. In this equation we get p1 is equal to p10 into 1 minus x2 multiply by p1 0. p1 is equal to p10 minus p10 x2. So see, from this equation we get from this equation we get p10 x2 is equal to p10 minus p1. From this equation we have the form p10 x2 is equal to p10 minus p1. Thereafter we have x2 is equal to p10 minus p1 upon p10. p10 minus p1 means delta p divided by p10 is equal to x2. This is called as a relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of non-volatile non-electrolyte solute. So define relative lowering of vapor pressure. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is defined as, what is relative lowering of vapor pressure? Delta P upon P10 is equal to X2. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to the ratio of vapor pressure lowering to the vapor pressure of pure solvent. See once again, relative lowering of vapor pressure is defined as the ratio of vapor pressure lowering to the vapor pressure of pure solvent, and vapor pressure lowering is equal to mole fraction of non-volatile non-electrolyte solute. Thereafter we studied about the determination of molar mass of solute. So start from delta P upon P10 is equal to x2. Suppose first equation x2 is equal to n2 upon n1 plus n2. Second equation, mole fraction of solute is equal to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solute plus solvent. Let's put second equation in first. Delta P upon P10 is equal to n2 upon n1 plus n2. For dilute solution, n2 is very less than n1, means number of moles of solute are too much less than the moles of solvent. Therefore neglected from equation 3. इक्वेशन 3 मधून n2 फक्त आपण डिवाइडेड बायचा निग्लेक्ट करू शकतो. हेन्स वी हॅव डेल्टा पी अपॉन p10 इज इक्वल टू n2 अपॉन n1. n2 means moles of solute, n1 means moles of solvent. n2 is equal to W2 upon m2, that is mass of solute divided by molar mass of solute. n1 is equal to W1 upon m1, that is mass of solvent divided by molar mass of solvent. Therefore, equation 4 becomes delta P upon P10 is equal to W2 divided by M2 upon W1 divided by M1. Rearrange this equation. Delta P upon P10 is equal to W2 upon M2 into M1 upon W1. So M2 means molar mass of solute. Hence we can write M2 is equal to P10 upon delta P into W2 M1 upon W1. From this equation we can write it. So thus the molar mass of solute can be calculated using vapor pressure lowering. Now we are going to discuss about the boiling point and boiling point elevation. So what is boiling point? Boiling point. Boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of solution becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, means 1 atmosphere. The temperature at which vapor pressure of solution becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, means 1 atmosphere, is called as boiling point. See, boiling point is related with vapor pressure. मुलांनो, आपल्याला माहित आहे, समजा आपल्याकडे सॉल्व्हंट आहे, तर या सॉल्व्हंटचं व्हेपर प्रेशर जास्त असेल, त्याला आपण म्हणतो P10 इथपर्यंत आहे सपोज, आणि त्याच सॉल्व्हंटमध्ये आपण नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट सोल्यूट टाकला की त्याचं व्हेपर प्रेशर कमी होतं, ते आपण P मानतो. आणि ही आहे समजा आपली ॲटमॉस्फिअरिक प्रेशर, म्हणजे 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअर. हे आहे आपलं 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअर. आता जर आपण या सॉल्व्हंटला हीट केलं तर या सॉल्व्हंटचं व्हेपर प्रेशर वाढेल आणि वाढून ते एका पर्टिक्युलर टेम्परेचरला 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअर होईल. ज्या वेळेस या सॉल्व्हंटचं व्हेपर प्रेशर वाढत जाऊन 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअर होईल, त्यावेळेस हा सॉल्व्हंट बॉईल होईल. आता तीच प्रोसेस आपण सोल्युशनला करू. सोल्युशनला जेव्हा आपण हीट करू तेव्हा सोल्युशनचं पण व्हेपर प्रेशर, सोल्युशनमधल्या सॉल्व्हंटचं व्हेपर प्रेशर हळूहळू वाढत जाईल आणि एका टेम्परेचरला ते पण 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअर होईल आणि हा सोल्युशन किंवा सोल्युशनमधलं सॉल्व्हंट पण बॉईल होईल. मुलांनो बघा, एवढा गॅप आहे दोघांच्या व्हेपर प्रेशरमध्ये. याचाच अर्थ सॉल्व्हंटला कमी उष्णतेत सॉल्व्हंट बॉईल होईल आणि सोल्युशनला बॉईल करण्यासाठी आपल्याला इतक्या गॅपची उष्णता जास्त लागेल, म्हणजे जास्त टेम्परेचर लागेल, जास्त हीट लागेल आणि त्यामुळे सोल्युशनचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट हा जास्त असेल. इज इट क्लिअर? म्हणून सोल्युशनचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट आपण TB मानला आणि सॉल्व्हंटचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट TB0 मानला. तुमच्या आता लक्षात आलं असेल कुणाचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट जास्त असेल? सोल्युशनचा. कारण सोल्युशनला जास्त हीट लागेल 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअरिक व्हेपर प्रेशर करण्यासाठी आणि सॉल्व्हंटला कमी हीट लागेल 1 ॲटमॉस्फिअरला जाण्यासाठी. म्हणून सॉल्व्हंटचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट कमी असेल आणि सोल्युशनचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट जास्त असेल. इज इट क्लिअर टू यू? सो सी, since the vapor pressure of pure solvent is higher, its boiling point is lower. Remember here, ज्याचं व्हेपर प्रेशर जास्त त्याचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट कमी असतो आणि म्हणून बॉइलिंग पॉईंट of pure solvent is equal to TB0, boiling point of solvent in solution is equal to TB. हा सॉल्व्हंट शब्द आपण लिहा किंवा लिहू नका, बॉइलिंग पॉईंट ऑफ सोल्युशन म्हटलं तरी चालेल. व्हॉट आय टोल्ड, उन्हाचं वेपर प्रेशर जास्त आहे प्युअर सॉल्व्हंटचं, त्यामुळे त्याचं बॉइलिंग पॉईंट कमी, म्हणून आपण असं लिहू शकतो. Therefore we can write TB0 is less than TB. We are going to discuss about second qualitative property, that is boiling point elevation. Boiling point elevation. Boiling point elevation is denoted by delta TB. Elevation means increase. So see, delta TB is equal to the difference between TB and TB0. So what is boiling point elevation? Boiling point elevation is defined as the difference between TB. TB means boiling point of solvent in solution to the boiling point of pure solvent. See carefully. Boiling point elevation is defined as the difference between boiling point of solution to the boiling point of pure solvent at a given temperature. Okay, it is very important point. The difference between boiling point of solution to that of boiling point of pure solvent at a given constant pressure is called as boiling point elevation. Listen, it is the difference between boiling point of solution to the boiling point of pure solvent at a given constant pressure. If they ask us define boiling point, we can define it. Boiling point is defined as the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. What are boiling point elevation? It is the difference between boiling point of solution to the boiling point of pure solvent at constant pressure. So now proceed towards the derivation of molar mass and other things. So see, boiling point elevation at boiling point elevation as a consequence of vapor pressure lowering. So when we know that boiling point is related to vapor pressure, so if vapor pressure is plotted against temperature, we get a curves like that for pure solvent and solution. This is for solvent, this is for solution. Both boils at a constant pressure of 1 atmosphere. Suppose this is 1 atmospheric vapor pressure. So the temperature at which vapor pressure of solvent becomes to 1 atmosphere is here, and that temperature is called as TB0. The temperature at which vapor pressure of solution becomes equal to 1 atmosphere is here, and it is called as T. So boiling point of solution is always higher than the boiling point of pure solvent, that is temperature. Is it clear to you? AB and C. AB is the vapor pressure temperature plot for pure solvent. CD is the vapor pressure temperature plot for solution. The plot clearly shows that the boiling point of both solvent and solution are related to vapor pressure. Higher the vapor pressure, lower the boiling point. Lower the vapor pressure, higher the boiling point. कुठल्याही स्थितीत किंवा कुठल्याही पॉईंटला सोल्युशनचं व्हेपर प्रेशर हे सॉल्वंटपेक्षा कमी असतं आणि त्यामुळे सोल्युशनचा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट हा सॉल्वंटपेक्षा जास्त असतो कुठल्याही कॉन्स्टंट प्रेशरला. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट दी determination of molar mass. Before going to see that, boiling point of elevation, that is delta Tb, is directly proportional to molality. M is the molality. Therefore delta Tb is equal to Kb into molality. What is Kb? Kb is equal to the boiling point elevation constant. Boiling point elevation constant, or it is also called as molar elevation constant. Molar elevation constant, or it is also called as ebullioscopic constant. Listen once again. Elevation of boiling point or boiling point elevation is directly proportional to molality of solution. Therefore delta Tb is equal to Kb into M. Kb is proportionality constant called as boiling point elevation constant or molar elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant. So see, if the molality of solution is 1, if M is equal to 1 mole per kg, then delta Tb is equal to Kb. Define Kb. Now elevation of boiling point or boiling point elevation is defined as ebullioscopic constant or molar elevation constant is defined as the boiling point elevation produced by 1 molar solution. Is it clear? What is ebullioscopic constant? Kb means ebullioscopic constant. Kb is defined as the elevation of boiling point produced by 1 molar solution. Is it clear? The elevation of boiling point produced by 1 molar solution is called as ebullioscopic constant or molar elevation constant. Is it clear? Now see. From this equation we have M is equal to delta Tb upon Kb. Delta Tb is expressed in Kb. Kb. It is expressed. We are going to discuss about the unit of Kb. आपल्याला इबिलिओस्कोपिक कॉन्स्टंट युनिट हवं आहे, त्यामुळे Kb इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा TB इंटू m. डेल्टा TB is expressed in Kelvin. M molality, it is expressed in mole per kg. So what is unit? Kelvin kg per mole. Ebullioscopic constant is expressed in terms of Kelvin kg per mole. This is the unit for ebullioscopic constant. Remember well. Now our next and last important point is determination of molar mass of solute using boiling point elevation. So see, determination of molar mass of solute using delta TB. In order to derive the expression, we have delta TB is equal to Kb into m, equation 1. What is m? M is the molality. Molality is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Is it clear? Divided by mass of solvent, that should be in kg. So we know N2 means W2 upon W1. Suppose mass of solvent in gram is W1. N2 is equal to W2 upon M. If W1 is equal to mass of solvent in gram, then W1 divided by 1000 is equal to mass of solvent in kilogram. Is it clear? So put the value of N2 and mass of solvent in equation second. Is it clear? So what is N2? N2 means W2 upon M1. What is mass of solvent in kg? It is W1 divided by 1000. Is it clear? So place in this equation. Therefore we get m, place in equation 1, delta TB is equal to Kb into N2 divided by mass of solvent in kg, kilogram, is equal to Kb into N2 means W2 upon M2 divided by, what is mass of solvent in kg? It is W1 into 1000. Is it clear? Simplified. Delta TP is equal to Kb into W2 upon M2 into 1000 upon W1. So what is M2? M2 is molar mass of solute, and hence M2 is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 divided by delta TB into W1. Using this formula, we can determine the molar mass of solute, which is non-volatile non-electrolyte. Is it clear?